Hi everyone, thanks from a city called Zigong, South, and we're here with Dinosaur International Dinosaur, but basically it's a lantern festival 24-25 to the extracted dinosaur fossils. The history of this in my guest today, Zigong person who knows. I would like to bring in my Chini. Hello. He's Chini with the Zigong television. Thank you for joining us.
You're right.
My goodness, is it always like this every year?
Every year, especially today is the opening day, so it's super crowded. As you can see, people are in.
To bring audience attention, that's right. Is it the biggest lantern that is?
Yes, it's the main. It's called Hua. Into an epic piece of China. So as you can see, a traditional Chinese musical instrument made of.
Is it made of glass or?
Yeah, porcelain. So it's a piece. It's as tall as 25 meters in.
How long does it?
Take a wild guess. Yeah, just 3 days. And porcelain works is like plates, like bowls, like spoons, everything. It weighs 102 tons in total.
So that's the lantern that this time around.
It's made of records.
As well.
It's a dragon flirting with a phoenix. They together is a symbol of a.
Made of porcelains, right?
Yeah. Yellow and blue.
Different designs.
Yeah.
And Chinese culture, so there's meaning.
Yes, yes. We celebrate the form of Lantern Festival. I think New Year just.
Yeah. So tell us in the church, it's been lantern.
Iron and steel in it, and cloth on the surface.
So it's very, very crowded here. I'm not sure if my cameraman is showing you just how crowded it is.
It's even difficult to walk now.
Wow, it's 人山人海, right? So squeezing the people.
People mountain, people
right.
sea.
So, Chini, you've been covering this for many years now, right? So, can you tell us about the Lantern Festival? How has it evolved over the years?
Well, I've been covering this for like 8 years, and a lot has evolved during the time. Let's, for example, 8 years ago, we don't have online ticket sales, so not so many people would come. And one change that impresses me more culture into it. Like Iron Man
everyone. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. We're coming to you live from a city called Zigong that's in the southwestern part of China's Sichuan province. So Zigong has a long-standing history in dinosaurs. It's known as the home of dinosaurs because it has once, many years ago, extracted dinosaur fossils. So we're now here at the opening of the 25th Zigong Dinosaur International Lantern Festival. It's a mouthful, but basically it's a lantern festival. So just a fun fact as well, when it comes to dinosaurs, if you notice of dinosaur replicas that you see in amusements parks, in theme parks around the world, well, 80% of these replicas are actually sourced from this city called Zigong. If you can see behind me, there are just so many different lanterns over here. I was told that there are 130 set of different colored lanterns. Joining me today on this live stream is Qinyi, who is a host as well as reporter with Zigong Television. Qinyi, thank you for joining us on this live stream.
Lynn. Hi everyone, welcome to Zigong, welcome.
So we finally found a spot where it's not so crowded because it's
so crowded actually.
It was crazy, right?
Yeah. It's the opening day and people went crazy about it every year or so.
So it's always this crowded every year.
Every year.
Right. So what is it about this lantern festival that keeps luring people to come back?
Because I think it's getting more and more famous throughout the years, and we not only holding festivals in Zigong, but cities across the country and then throughout the world. So more and more people know about it. And during the Chinese New Year, people seek some tourist site to spend their time, and this is the perfect location for it.
Can you maybe briefly explain to us what are these lanterns behind us, some of the significance and the meaning behind it? For example, the one that we're seeing right here, what is it?
Yeah, well, I think you have to learn some Mandarin Chinese to understand the meaning, because you can see it's 4 elephants.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And there is a saying in China, 万象更新, which means everything is brand new, everything is refreshed. So, and the xiang pronounced similar as elephant in Chinese language. Yeah.
So 万象更新.
万象更新,
so this is to ring in the new year.
Yes, it's about everything starts afresh from the new year.
I mean, I'm seeing it's very exquisite, right? I'm sure it's definitely not easy to actually make these lanterns. Yeah, so what are these lanterns made of? And I mean, how long does it take? Do you know?
For this one, it usually takes, let's say, a couple of, maybe 100, maybe 200 workers to work 3 or 2 months to finish them, and they will carry the finished work here and try to put it on the lake. It's especially hard to put it on the lake.
I mean, making it's tough, and you have to bring the final product here as well.
Yes.
Wow, so 100 to 200 people, 60 days, 70 days, right?
Yeah, perhaps 2 or 3 months, something around that.
And these are made from, is it porcelain?
This one, no, I don't think so. It's cloth on the surface and LED lights in it.
LED lights, because over time China is going towards energy saving, right? Because I can imagine the number of light bulbs that are being used.
Sure, you bet. Guess what? When I was young, I was in middle school, I still remember having power shortages during winter when there is a light festival going on. Now it's never the problem.
Wow, power shortages during the Lantern Festival. So you guys must have, disliked the Lantern Festival every year.
Yeah, we hated it. Well, actually, we loved it, because when the power is out, we don't have to go to class.
Right, okay. Okay, so now we are in a different section of the Lantern Festival. As you can see, the crowded people. But yeah, Qinyi, tell us about what is it like on the sides that we're seeing.
It's a portrait of a very old street in Old Zigong, like let's say 100 years ago, where we started to have a little income of the foreign stuff, but people still trying to maintain their original way of life. So you can see many things in very traditional style.
So this is what we're seeing right now, the houses, the people, farming. So this is how people used to live in Zigong.
Yes, exhibits where and how they used to live.
And these are, is it considered lanterns? I mean, are we seeing lanterns, these houses?
Yes, still we call them lanterns. Of course, this is different from what we used to see, the lanterns. But this is how we melted the traditional lantern into the modern culture, into different shapes.
I really like it. It's very unique. I really like it.
Whoa, watch out.
I almost...
And you can see, well, there are, I don't know, in the camera maybe we can see some guys listening to a piece of literature.
Is that the one that is, he's reading the scripts, right?
Yeah, like we call 相声 or 评书. It's a kind of talk show in China.
Crosstalk.
Yes.
It's quite fun.
Yes.
Okay, so Qinyi, tell us about how this Lantern Festival has evolved over the years. I mean, you've been covering it for many years as a reporter in Zigong. So how does a tradition so strong, evolve?
Well, I've been covering Lantern Festival for like 8 years now, and a lot, trust me, a lot has changed over the time. For example, we don't have e-commerce, we don't have online ticket sales 8 years ago, so not so many people would be here. And let's say one change that impresses me the most is that we are melting more and more modern culture, pop culture, into lanterns. Like in previous years, we used to have lanterns in the shape of Peter Rabbit and Marvel heroes like Iron Man and Batman, things like that.
Mixing the East and the West into something that's keeping up with time.
Yes, I think it's very important. It's the key for the Zigong Lantern Festival to stay attractive, especially for the younger generation.
Stay relevant.
Yeah.
I want to just bring attention to the rooftops here as well. I think just now you were telling me, right, that like I was asking you, I said, how do we know that these are actually the houses of people who used to live in Zigong? Why not in the northern side of China? Why southwest China? How do you know it?
Perhaps not Zigong in particular, but the southern part of China, because you see the roof is in a triangle. So
you can see the roof. Right.
It's in a triangle, so the waterfall can follow that triangle onto the ground.
Is it because it always rains in this part of the...
There's much more rain in southern part of China than in the northern part.
So the triangle, so it's the structure of the roofs, if you can... Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
The roofs actually sort of help to control the rainwater.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and we can see a huge, huge peacock over there.
Yeah, in the color of rainbow.
Are all these lanterns handmade? I mean, are they made by hands?
Sorry?
Are they handmade?
I can't hear because it's so crowded, the noise.
So are they all handmade? Or is it by machinery?
Yeah. So the lantern industry in Zigong, they have developed so much, but everything has to be handmade as to represent the creativity in it. I don't think any of these designs can be finished automatically or whatever.
So all these lanterns are handmade, but is it a challenge though? I mean, for you to sort of continue on, right, with this sort of from generation to generation. I mean, do a lot of younger people these days want to be in this industry to make lanterns?
Well, actually, doing lanterns is one of the top money-earning industries in the city. But how to attract more younger people into this industry has always been a problem for the city. And this year, actually, not long ago, last year actually, not long ago, we established a college. A college
to make lanterns?
No, to cultivate people, to teach young people to make lanterns.
Right.
We want more fresh blood into the industry.
So, I mean, how's the new college coming along, traction-wise? Are they getting a lot of students coming on board?
Yes. From the college entrance exam, it says it's officially recognized by the Ministry of Education. So we can expect the future much better.
But how big is this industry? Because Zigong, I think in my introduction earlier, I mentioned that Zigong because it's known to be the home of dinosaurs, right? It's managed to find actually these fossils, I don't know, millions of years ago.
Let's talk about the lantern industry. Well, it now has over 100,000 practitioners now. Because yeah, in Zigong,
100,000 people.
Well, you would question it doesn't take that much manpower to finish this, all right? Because we do not only have lantern festivals in the city of Zigong. We have exhibitions, we have lantern shows, we have festival of light all over the world.
So these lanterns are being exported to other countries via exhibitions, mostly.
Yes, mostly. Because the Zigong Lantern Festival has been to over 500 cities and 74 countries and regions in the world.
Wow.
Actually, last December and November, I was on a trip to UK and France, together with the lantern craftsmen.
Yeah.
And there I saw how the people there love the lanterns, how they love the Chinese culture.
You mean the locals, right? Not the Chinese?
The people there, the local people there. It's amazing.
Why do they love lanterns? I mean, what is it about this this cultural part of China do you feel that is being so well received overseas?
Well, for the most of the local people, I asked them what do they know about China. Well, some people would come up with the Great Wall, some people would come up with the panda, but most of them say, well, I don't know that much about China. And I thought to myself that the lantern is a great key to open that door for them to know more about China. We'll see, okay, they read reports about China through their media, and they see the lanterns, well, it's going to be a totally different impression.
It's a means to export the what China is, its culture to the rest of the world, right? So in UK...
It's so much more than just making money. It's about telling our stories.
And every lantern here has a story, right? Has a meaning behind it.
Pick this one.
Do you see anything? Yeah.
Yeah, this one is from a very old Chinese story called Zigong International Dinosaur Lantern. Because there is a man trying to move away a mountain.
You mean a man trying to move a mountain to a different spot?
Yes, because that man believed the mountain is blocking his way out.
But how, I mean, did he manage to do it? I don't think he did, right?
I don't think he did, but he talked to those who mocked at him. He said, well, if I cannot finish my job, I will have sons. My sons will have sons. So generation after generation, we will do it.
But why is he so adamant in moving the mountain?
Well, that's not the point. The whole point is about his persistence.
I get it. I get the persistence, right? Okay. Right, so what else are we seeing here? I would like to just sort of take in the beauty. Above us, we've got...
perhaps lotus, I guess.
Yeah. Lotus is also something that's very symbolic of Chinese of Chinese culture, right? Does it mean like you're at peace?
I think it symbols a blessing for you to have many kids. Because the lianzi, it has many black spots, and we call them zi, which sound exactly the same as sun.
几个子? Is it 8 of them, or there's more?
Many of them, I guess.
Right. So from all these exhibitions, right, lanterns, what is the main revenue being generated from? Is it from, say, tickets? Is it from, say, selling lanterns to normal people like, say, me and you? So yeah, where is the main...
Well, speaking of the Lantern Festival itself, I don't think it earns that much money. But it brings a lot of people to the city. And we can make some money, out of hotel, like out of restaurants, tourism. And also the overseas exhibition is another major income of revenue.
Can you tell us a bit about how, say, for example, Zigong Lantern Festival, right, has gone international over the years? How has it been, exporting itself, and where is it present in the world today?
Well, it's been to all the 5 continents, I guess, and as I said, there's 74 countries in the world, and it's a really difficult journey. It's not easy. I mean, it all started like in 1980s and 1990s. We try to export it into some countries in like Thailand, like Vietnam.
Where a lot of Chinese are there.
Yeah, where there are a lot of Chinese people, and we're trying to make money out of those Chinese people overseas. But now it's totally different. We're making money totally out of the locals.
The Western locals, right?
Yes, yes.
Because I suppose it's something quite fresh to them, that they've never seen something like this before.
It's a shock for them, you know. It's a cultural shock, but it's a nice shock.
Oh my gosh, it's just so much to take in. So there's got a peacock. We've also got a fish.
Giant fish.
Giant fish.
I think it's called Jinli, which is also a symbol of good luck.
And all these lanterns are made here in Zigong, right?
Yeah.
Made here.
Yes, they're made in Zigong, but the ideas of the designation may not necessarily be. Because for this year's festival, we held a competition online early last year to collect ideas worldwide. And I think the organizers told me that there are products, there are works coming from the U.S. and overseas, like countries like in Europe. And we will see the major prize winner later on the square.
But it's nice because it's you want to be sort of keeping tabs, right, with what's current. So you get all these ideas and then you implement it into these lanterns. Wow.
Yeah, we want to keep on to the steps of fashion.
Yeah. So hard to walk here.
Yeah. Oh, look to the right. Look to the right.
Oh. Oh my God, so cute. You're so cute.
It's a very cute, very funny looking pig.
Oh my God, I want to take my phone out. Just
yeah, sure.
Right now.
Sure, why not? It's the year of pig, I mean.
Year of the pig.
Yeah. It's smelling really... I mean, the smile really affects.
It does.
And beneath it, there are pigs in comic figures.
Yeah. So this year is the year of the pig, and I mean, in Chinese we believe, there's this zodiac signs, right? So 12 every year. So which year are you born at?
Rabbit.
Rabbit. Oh, okay. So we are
each
not
year
too.
We will have a themed animal in the park.
Right. Okay. So a lot of people. And this one is it a roost? Am I saying it wrongly? Is it a...
Sorry?
This one here.
Uh-huh.
The design.
I think it's called I don't know, 盛世华章. It's called a chapter to describe how our homeland looks like.
Wow. So which is your most, your favorite design so far that you've seen?
My favorite design, you're yet to see. It's on the square.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I want to sort of grab your sort of like some of your thoughts as well in terms of Zigong, right? From what I see here, they're mostly sort of local tourists, right? Local tourists, like local people.
Yeah.
So over the years, how has Zigong's tourism industry developed? What is being done to sort of like promote Zigong better to the rest of the world?
Because in Zigong we have 4 name cards you may have mentioned earlier. It's Salt, it's Dinosaur, Lantern, and Delicacy. Well, let's start from dinosaur, all right? We have one of the 3 biggest dinosaur museums in the world. I mean,
in terms of the number of collections, right?
Yeah, there's both the scale and the number of collections, where you can find an abundance of dinosaur fossils there. And I think the fossils are like a gift from the creator. Well, I'm not proud of it because it's just there. What I am proud of is the industry we built centering that gift. You know what? 80% of the dinosaur replicas and simulation models in the world are made in Zigong.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Animatronic dinosaurs, right? They call it the ones that they can actually move, the ones that they can actually sort of...
Yeah, they can even more, they can interact with us, you can even ride on it. Yeah.
So you mentioned as well that Zigong is known to be the salt city of China. And salt in the olden days, it used to be a main revenue generator because I think I read somewhere that salt is actually valued more than gold at one point.
Yeah.
So how is Zigong's sort of economy doing right now? What is driving its economy? Does it still derive a huge portion from salt?
Yeah, the salt industry is still one of the pillars of the city's economy because in previous 1 or 2 years, the salt industry has undergone a great reform thanks to the change of national policy. And besides salt, I think the lantern industry and the dinosaur industry is better than ever. And we will, in the near future, be able to have a giant dinosaur theme park where you will be taken back to a real world in Jurassic Age.
For real?
Yeah.
When will that be? Which year?
Like in 2 or 3 years. It'll be finished in 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And so I think, and besides the 4 name cars, we also have new economic growth drivers, such as manufacturing. Now the environment-friendly and energy-saving equipment and materials produced in Zigong has earned quite a reputation throughout the country. And we are manufacturing like cell phones, like vehicles, like even airplanes. So I would say the drivers for Zigong's economy has diversified.
Diversified, right? There used to be the old Zigong city, and now there's the new drivers. Manufacturing, tourism, new energy. Those are those lanterns as well that we're seeing.
It's a very nice car there, huh?
分子长90米，宽5米，高8米。分子采用三维漫画立体方式打造，人物以马造型，动物具体现，形态自然，栩栩如生，再现了老街供老街的繁荣景象。
So this Lantern Festival is officially open today, and it will be ongoing until March, right? For 2 months.
Yeah, until the late of March.
I'm not sure if you can see from behind me. We are seeing those comical stuff as well.
Yeah, comic piggy faces.
Is that what's popular or what's trending today in China?
Nah, it's very popular among the kids. It's called the Zhu Zhu Xia. You should know it. The kids must well know it.
Kids like what age?
Like
oh my God, I don't know what's Zhu Zhu Xia. I better check it out.
Let's check in.
What about this? Qinyi, what's this?
What?
Oh, okay. Is that 永？是永保？哎。
永保。
福寿 so 永 means forever, 保 means to protect, 福 means prosperous, and 寿 means long life, right?
Health, yeah. Yeah.
Not bad, huh?
Health and prosperous and welfare. So you can see in the park many things that symbols good luck and best wishes, because it's the whole point of celebrating New Year. Because in Chinese New Year, we give our best wishes to each other, and we say good words, and we wish you all the best. So you can see everything symboling that in the park.
This is my first time witnessing a lantern festival, I have to be honest. The only thing I know about lanterns is, when you were young, during Mooncake Festival, you would light up lanterns.
Yeah.
But I've never seen something of this scale. And all these they are made from porcelain, they're made of glass as well.
Some of them.
And some are light bulbs, some are not light bulbs, right?
Yeah,
in terms of the light.
Like LED lights. It's actually much more than that is used in the lanterns. Like those little bottles that you see in hospitals. In very early ages, when the bottles are used and they're like chemical wastes, we collect those bottles to make a set of lantern. But now we don't do that because it's not safe, it's not healthy, and we produce brand new bottles to do that.
Right.
So many different techniques, many different skills have been put into the manufacturing of the lanterns.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, and this is really cute.
Yeah,
the one on the
another.
right. We're seeing a lot of kids as well. I'm sure kids, you know, have a thing with lanterns.
Let's ask one of them.
Yeah.
你知道猪猪侠吗？你不知道。
Oh, so the kids. Let's try another one.
Just my brother, my little brother knows it. He watches it every day.
How old is your brother?
7.
7 years old. Let's try another kid. Maybe that kid doesn't know. One more chance. Try this girl here.
It was the girl. It wasn't the girl.
No.
Hey，小朋友，你知道猪猪侠吗？
知道
知道猪猪侠，跟我指一下哪一个是猪猪侠？
那个
那个啊，那个就是猪猪侠，你喜欢吗？
喜欢
你知道今年什么年吗？
今天是不知道
今年就是猪年啊，所以有猪猪侠嘛。He knows about 猪猪侠, but he doesn't know this is the year of pig.
Maybe you should have asked her, like, do you know your zodiac sign? Like, what animal of the year are you born?
I forgot that.
Yeah. Oh, and this one is something. Oh, it's not.
Another figure in 猪猪侠, which is I think it's an evil figure.
Okay, so speaking of you know, these lanterns being exported to the rest of the world, you know, I would also like to bring So we have another guest now joining us in our live stream, and she's Dasha from Russia, and she's studying here right now in Sichuan. So Tasha, introduce yourself. What are you doing here? What are you studying? And how has your experience been?
I came here to learn enterprise development and innovation, but the first year Chinese government allowed us to learn Chinese language and Chinese culture. So step by step I explore every day something new about China. And it's my first time to came here to this kind of event, such a big festival, and it's amazing. I'm just turn my hand to the right, to the left. It's so great. I never seen such thing.
We were just walking with her before the stream started, right? We could see how excited she was.
Yeah, I think this should be part of his curriculum.
Like a tour, educational tour.
Yeah. It's a good lesson for you, right?
Yes, I think after this I will invite all of my friends just come here and stay in China just because of this.
But what is it about Chinese culture that sort of interests you?
I'm interested in everything because, you know, like the puzzle and culture, every piece, it's very important. Like I like to do Tai Chi, I like to draw characters.
Tai Chi?
Yes, I can do it. I learned it for a few months and now I'm like a little bit professional.
Can you speak to us a few words in Chinese?
我叫大傻，我迷路了，你可以帮助我。
You're good. You're doing good.
Wow.
There's a lot more to be seen. Right, so, wow, I mean, I would have loved to, explore more of this festival, but I suppose we should probably end our live stream.
Yeah, sure. We can have more time, more freely, yeah.
But I really had a great time, walking through and learning about these lanterns more from you as well as from you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Actually, after the show, I will take you on the ride to the city, where you can find everywhere the lanterns and dinosaurs. Everywhere, every corner of the city. Oh. You're looking forward to that?
Very much. Just one you're from Zigong, right? Just one last sort of message from you. How would you describe Zigong City to our foreign friends around the world?
Well, It's going to be more than words. I think, well, in general, it's a city of salt and many tastes. So if you want to know what the average Chinese people live like, what is the life like in China, come to Zigong.
Because Zigong is still quite, it's not being too commercialized yet, right? So it's still got a true Chinese sort of like, what do you call that, the history behind.
Yes, there is so many beautiful things that you can waste your time on. Life is good. Waste it on beautiful things.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. Bye.
See you guys.
How do you say bye in Russian? How do you say bye?
До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания.
That's no, I can't do it.
До свидания. That's goodbye in Russian. All right, до свидания. Bye.